Barb, you're on City Council.
Yeah.
What happened this week with the inclusionary zoning amendment?
Well, unfortunately, City Council voted against the wishes of, the vast majority of people that came and spoke to us and asked for us to mandate that 10% of new units in large projects of 20 units or more be made available to Pittsburghers at 50% AMI. So in other words, they voted against mandatory affordability in large developments. Not only did they vote against that, they voted in favor of an amendment that would allow developers to simply pay into a fund in order to get all of the height bonuses, et cetera, that would have come with the inclusionary zoning mandate, to get all those bonuses and perks and abatements and whatnot, but not include a single affordable unit in their project. So pretty depressing when it comes to the conversation around affordable housing.
And you were saying that this is related because this is about developers buying everything.
Yeah, sure. I mean, we've got, Donald Trump is the real estate developer in chief, right? We have got, if you look at the big, beautiful bill, there's all these new provisions around opportunity zones, right? Like incentivizing development in low-income neighborhoods. And if you think that the big, beautiful bill has got affordable housing in mind, then,
So what's it like to see Democrats then do, what they're doing?
Yeah, I mean, it's frustrating. And I think that one of the biggest concerns with this insane shift to the right, the insane right of the federal government right now, where we're just looking at things, blatant, fascism and authoritarianism, is that it allows the status quo of the Democratic Party, right, to move to the right as well, right? Just because you're not out here, trying to take away women's right to choose and trying to, deny health care to trans kids, sort of, it's like you can get away with doing much of the same, when it comes to just not passing good policy for poor and working families in your local constituency.
What do you think? We have the O'Connor crowd coming in.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought that vote was very emblematic of meet the new boss, same as the old boss.
Meet the new boss, same as the old boss. What do you mean?
The song, the line, meet the new boss, same as the old boss.
Well, I mean,
not the same as Ed. I mean, Ed obviously tried to fight.
Yeah.
And, you're at this juncture where it was such a dirty, racist campaign by Corey O'Connor.
Yeah.
And, here are these people saying, oh, we're fighting against racism and fascism and inequality, and they're just doing a much lighter version of it.
Well, I mean, right, that's always the thing. It's easy to come to a rally, right? It's easy to show up at a rally and, for trans kids, or a rally for black maternal health, or a rally for, housing, and put on a T-shirt. But at the end of the day, it's all about how you vote. And I think, too, that with the insanity that we are seeing at the federal level, and just how terrified people are of, literally people in, masked guards in the street, hauling people out of their cars, that stuff is so scary that's where the national attention is. And so it's very easy to slip this kind of stuff by locally. So I hope that people, while they are at these protests for the Trump administration, that they stay laser focused on what's happening at the local level, because, those are the policies that are really going to affect them personally the most.
And what do you think of this whole, because everybody's talking about this idea of we need a big tent to take on fascism. Mm-hmm. What does this say about, that kind of vote with the fissures in that tent?
Well, I agree that we need a big tent, but I think that you hear often about the big tent, that it has to be poor and working people that come into the tent. But I feel like it's the opposite, right? It's the tent where it's the folks of privilege. We are in a place now where, as if you have, whatever your privilege is, right? Whether it's economic or racial or, whatever it is, that you need to come into the tent with everybody else.
Yeah.